Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Last time, we closed the book on our long-standing rivalry. Marcus has become a better person. Better than where he came from. He might have done some bad things, but eventually he got there and he broke the cycle. This time, we're going to be rematching some quite prolific Pokemon trainers. Starting off, Ecruteak City. This is likely the first instance of this that you would come into contact with. By visiting Bellchime Trail anytime on a Monday or a Tuesday, you'll see Morty standing outside, and he'll give you his phone number. That was the first one I found anyway. Second, we head off towards Cianwood City. Talk to Chuck's wife anytime whatsoever. His only hobby is to battle tough trainers. Do you want to have my husband's phone number? Oh man, I got Chuck's phone number, guys! It's the first step towards stealing her husband. He takes breaks from the pounding waterfall on Wednesday nights. He should be able to chat with you then. Our next stop is my favorite. It's the Lake of Rage. Any day in the morning. Somewhere around here, I promise. Aha! Yes, he's, Okay, good, I can reach him. I think I did the same thing last time we were here. The strong rain falling on the surface seems to be agitating the raging lake. There must be some purpose that we meet again. Why don't we exchange our phone numbers? He'll be here any morning, any day of the week, between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And it just so happens to be Monday morning right now. I make it a habit to train myself on Monday mornings to give this lazy body a spy. You could be a good training partner. I'll be waiting for your call. It just so happens, today's Monday morning. We may call him right away. I suppose the old geezer didn't know that he could have just said it to our faces. Maybe he's shy. I don't know what it is with old people loving talking on the phone, but they just love doing it. Pricey? Hello? Oh, hi, how are you? I'm doing fine, thanks. Ah, perfect timing. I was starting to get bored. Do you want to battle again? You bet I do. Honesty is good. I'll meet you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City then? Click. The purpose of that place is finally revealed. Being clear, you may collect these phone numbers at these dates and times as soon as you have entered the Hall of Fame, but they simply will not accept your offer for a rematch until you have 16 badges. Next up, Dragon's Den in Blackthorn City. Clair with the Blair and the Flare. It's still early and you've got nothing to do already? I may have time to listen to you, if you insist. I can exchange numbers too. She's playing hard to get. She will be here in Dragon's Den on Monday mornings. I can battle you on Friday nights if you insist. Swoop on over to Celadon City, for we got some business at the department store. Up on the 4th floor on Mondays after beating Janine. Ooh, I think we just got a couple making out between the aisles. Out of all the trainers out there, the best trainer would have to beat my dad. Ha! You don't know a thing. The best trainer in the world is Koga, one of the Elite Four. Namely, my dad. Hurry up and kiss already! You are mistaken. My dad treats Please stop this. Why don't you just admit that my dad is the true trainer? You were listening, right? You agree my dad is greater, right? No! I've never met him. You don't? I thought you were smarter than that. Oh well. He'll change your mind if it. Whoa! Bah! So you did change your mind. You think my dad is greater? No. I thought you were smarter than... I never thought about these two being the kids of the gym leaders, where they're the youngest. You do? Just as I thought. You know something? I'm sure we'll enjoy talking about my dad. Here's my phone number. Give me a call on Saturday morning if you want to hear about my dad. You have an unhealthy obsession, my dude. For this next one, it can be any day of the week. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, it's gotta be between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Down by the Kanto power plant, only after Zapdos is captured, and after the player has beaten Blue, while walking with a Pikachu. I can't even repel these Pokemon away with a Pikachu. Go forth and zap? Maybe after this I'll be able to do it. You can't one-shot a Spearow? Man, no wonder the first episode of the anime went the way it did. Lit Surge! Oh yeah, you have a Pokemon I love best! It's Pikachu! Excellent, I'll give you my phone number! Give me a call on Friday morning. We can have an electrifying battle. Just give me a thunderbolt and I'm there. It is now 1 p.m. and at that time on any day of the week, we go to Diglett's cave. No, he's not here. I guess he's gotta be further in. Oh god, no, Pikachu, no! Pikachu, you are so screwed. I can't run from this, can I? Nope, arena trap. Does arena trap work with Pokédolls? Let's find out. Huh? What do you know? You live to see another day, my friend. Oh, I suppose it would make more sense for him to be on the Pewter City side of things. Right. Small spaces surrounded by rocks make you feel peaceful, don't you agree? By the way, do you want to exchange phone numbers? I would love to have a Pokemon battle against you. Give me a call on Saturday nights. Next, at around the same time, rolling over to Goldenrod City between the hours of 12 and 4 in the afternoon on any day of the week. We're going to this department store too. Oh boy, just who I wanted to go my whole life without ever seeing again. What a coincidence, this must be meant to be. Get away from me. Do you want to exchange phone numbers, please? What have I done? I am available around noon on Saturdays. Give me a call when you've got time. For a much more appealing human being, go to the Olivine Cafe between 1 and 2 p.m. You heard all about this one on the phone. These empty dishes in front of me are not all mine. Actually, the person who sat here ahead of me ate a lot. Anyway, do you want to exchange phone numbers? No. Oh, I understand. Wow! Oh my gosh, there's unique text for refusing and then talking to them again? There's gotta be something funny in at least one of those. Now we can contact each other in time. I should be able to battle you around noon on Wednesdays. I'll be waiting for your call. For our next pair of gym leaders, it must be 4 p.m. on any day of the week. I would recommend doing this on Monday most of all. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting to see you over there. In the Pokemon League reception gate on any evening, I'm on the way to my dad's house to give him his lunch. The Elite Four has no time to rest day or night. It's such hard work, you know? Hey, do you want to exchange phone numbers, man? Every day of the week, they're just living at work. Call me on Monday around noon if you want to battle. Just so happens, it's Monday, around noon, kinda. I think this counts as afternoon. Jasmine, Janine right next to each other. I didn't intend that. Looks so similar. Hello, how are you up to? I'm fine, thanks. I can hear you clearly now. Say, my schedule just opened up. Would you like me to meet me for a battle or something? Sure. Super, I'm burning up, ready to fight. I'll be waiting for you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. At the same time, on any day of the week, we may go to Cerulean Cape as long as we have already battled Suicune. So, did you break up with your last boyfriend yet? Is what I would have said when I was younger. I love the sunset here. It gives me courage to go on, you know? Right, why don't we exchange phone numbers? Sure, registered Misty in the Pokegear. Give me a call on Wednesday morning if you want another battle with me. Gosh, younger me would have called her so much. Let's see what she says actually, like right now, I'm curious. Hi, hi there, what's happening? Everything good? Everything's good with me? I'm really sorry, but I got a lot going on. I'm pretty busy lately. Well, Wednesday mornings I've got some free time. Want to try calling me then? At least they're open about the times that you're supposed to call them back. We did all of this in the span of 1 day, but now it's come time to wait until Tuesday. We want it to be the middle of the day, afternoon. On Tuesdays at absolutely any time, head on over to Cinnabar Island. After having beaten Blue, gosh, I feel so sorry for you, man. Just everything you've been through between the Pokemon Mansion incident, the eruption. I'll never give up until the day I've rebuilt the Cinnabar gym. Why not exchange numbers? With an exclamation point, because he's just that sure of himself. We should be able to battle on Tuesday evenings. Evening and afternoon are not distinguished at all within the clock system, so you're able to just call him right away after getting his phone number as long as it's sometime in the afternoon. No, not Misty, no, Blaine. Mix up that not too many people have made. Oh, hey, what's wrong? You don't have to worry about me. How are you doing? Whoa, hey, you called at just the right time. Want to battle me again? Come on, what do you say? Whoa, hey! Thanks, I'll be waiting for you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. It's nice that he never lets it get him down. For this next one, we need it to be Tuesday night. This is where it's going to get awfully time change heavy, as even though you can get a lot of their phone numbers around the same times as each other, they all want to be called at completely different days and times, and there isn't a lot of overlap there. It's gonna get old real fast. At long last, on Tuesday nights, we call Morty. Hello, what's going on? I'm doing great. I'm completely free today. Why don't we have a battle? All right. Do you know where the fighting dojo is in Saffron City? I'll be waiting there. That's it. See you tomorrow. Day 2, stranded on the deserted island. I'm going to call for help. Misty, you must rescue me. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, hi there. What's happening? Everything's good with me? Oh, hi, I'm free today. Let's battle again, okay? Okay, so I'll see you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City then. Click. And now we sit on the beach and wait to afternoon for a rescue. Jasmine! Hello, how are you? I'm doing well, thanks. Amphi's gotten better lately. I've also been able to take some time myself. Did anyone else think that Jasmine was gonna be an electric gym leader when they played the first time because of Amphi? Yes, we would like to battle you again. Got it, well, I'll see you at Saffron City at the fighting dojo, okay? Now we wait for nighttime. Chucky, buddy, Chuckles the clown. Hello? Oh, hey, sorry for shouting. I'm doing great. Hey, I just finished training. Do you want to battle again? All right, I'll be waiting over at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. I love Bastiodon. Thursday afternoon. Poor Sherb was stuck on that island for 4 whole days. In Viridian Forest, I came to Kanto to look for bug-type Pokemon so I could become a stronger bug-type Pokemon trainer. Well, you ain't gonna find him here. They're like level 5. You would've been a lot better doing the bug catching contest. Hey, why don't we swap phone numbers? We can battle around lunch on Thursdays. Give me a call. It is lunch on Thursdays. He'll be here anytime on a Thursday, and by making it afternoon, you don't have to travel again. Hello, how are you? I'm doing great as usual. Oh, you called at just the right time. I'm not doing anything right now. Want to battle again? All right, see you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. That's all there is on Thursday. Getting Bugsy's phone number and calling him. This one is just downright silly. We need to have the SS ticket, and on Fridays at any time, go out to the harbor. Out of the blue, I get the urge to see the ocean. It may be fun to exchange numbers with you. Do you want mine? Yes, please. I was never like one of those Sabrina fanboys. I know some people like really liked her when I was young and thought like, oh man, like I want her though, but I was never really like that. I thought she was a great antagonist though, but I was like never, you know. On Friday morning, we can call Mr. Specific over here. What? What's up? I'm doing great. Hey, you, Pikachu! Battle me again. What do you say? All right, I'll be waiting for you in Saffron City's fighting dojo. Don't be late. Hate to tell you, but you're gonna be waiting about 3 days for me to show up. It really doesn't matter showing up at the time that you call them. They will wait there for you indefinitely. Gonna call Crouton Clair. Nice to hear from you. How is everything with you? I'm good. Well, you called at the right time. You want to battle again? I'm up for it. It's great that you're stepping up. I'll be waiting for you at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. Now we gotta go to one Saturday morning. Oh, Falkner. Hello? Okay, now I can hear you. Yeah, I'm in top form. I was hoping for an invitation. We're battling again, correct? Excellent, glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to this. I'll be waiting at the fighting dojo in Saffron City. I was promised babble about your dad. I'm disappointed. Next, we want it to be Saturday between 3 and 5 p.m. At this time, pretend that Whitney matters to you. Hello, hey, what's up? I'm doing great over here. Totally. Yeah, I'm bored, nothing to do. Oh yeah, you wanna battle me again? For sure, I really wanna battle too. You know where to find me, the fighting dojo in Saffron City. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Well, almost done with getting started. Did not think that one through. Such a relaxing place to be. Oh, Jasmine's here too! You need to have beaten Blue for this to occur. Hi, Jasmine. I heard Whitney from Goldenrod Gym said you were too plain and should look more fancy. Dude, she's the holder of the plain badge. You don't get more plain than that. Is that true? Yes. I think maybe I should participate in this contest in Sinnoh and try to become more vibrant. How did it go? I couldn't bring myself to go to the contest. Oh, I see. Then why don't you try putting on something especially gorgeous? Ah, yes, maybe I can bring myself to enter the contest. How about a fancy light blue outfit with a cape over it? What? That's too embarrassing. I see, you think Clair from Blackthorn is a little embarrassing. I'm just taking notes. Oh no, Erica, that's not what I meant! That's really cute, I like that. Jasmine ends up being a formidable opponent in the Super Contest in Sinnoh, and it's confirmed that Gen 2 and Gen 4 happen at around the same time, so this is her getting ready to go on that trip where she will meet the protagonist of Sinnoh in Sunny Shore City. I am often free in the morning on Sunday. Call me around then. Oh, Jasmine's gone! Dang it, I wanted to see what she said. I'm gonna reset. Amphi is well, thanks to you. Aww. Calling Brock for a hot date on a Saturday night. Hello, what's up? I'm doing great. Hey, you called at just the right time. I'm free right now. Want to battle me again? All right. I won't be at Pewter Gym, all right? Don't get confused. Sunday morning. I hope you remember the one from 2 clips ago who told us the time. Hello? Oh, hiya, what's up? Things are sweet over here. I can't believe that Erica is like as bubbly and gossipy as she is. I never imagined her that way. I've got some free time right now. Would you like to meet up for a battle or something? Yay, I'm happy. I've got another thing to look forward to now. I'll be waiting at the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City. Sunday afternoon. If you wish to challenge the great Sabrina, you must give her a phone call on Sunday afternoon. Hello, anything new going on with you? I'm the same as usual. Oh, wonderful. I've got some free time right now. Would you like to battle again? I knew it. That's just like you. So I'll see you at the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City then. And the last phone number is given to you on any day whatsoever by Daisy Oak, as long as you have had at least 7 massages from her and you have shown her a Pokemon with max happiness, who you then must call on Sunday night. Blue. I'm calling you out. Hello, whatever, don't worry about me. I'm doing just peachy over here. I was just looking for something to do. Want to battle me again? Whatever, I won't lose to you again, got that? I'll be waiting at the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go use the toilet, because I've been here a while. But after that, we're doing some fights. It's late out. It really is. Usually I stop doing the stuff around 8 p.m., but I'm feeling motivated. I want to do these fights. Every time I've ever seen the interior of the Fighting Dojo, they have all 16 gym leaders present at the same time, and I wanted to do the same thing. Isn't that satisfying? Just look at that, all of them together in the same room. We are letting the gym leaders use the dojo while the Karate King is away. You can give them a call and you register their numbers. They say they're happy to accept your challenge as long as you are not busy. Hello, Falkner. Everything began with you. Hi, I've been waiting for you. It's a pleasure to be able to battle you again. And we're going straight into it. No dramatic speech, no nothing. Just going right into it. Not even any babbling on about how great his dead father is. Falkner is opening the fight with a Staraptor with the moves. I'm not gonna do that. I decided that I don't want to annoy you with reading out loud all of these movesets again and again and again. We're doing 16 boss fights here today, times full teams of 6 Pokemon. That would be 96 different moves, 96 different movesets I'd be reading out, or what, 386 different moves? It would be a lot. It's just, I don't want to bother you with that. It would get annoying very quickly. I'm gonna go for Silverhawk right here, actually. I was thinking about doing an agate sweep against this. This is your way at Waximus! Oh, I forgot Waximus. Oh, that's great. Okay, U-turn, just like I thought you were going to. You only did 4 damage. I can heal that off very easily with my leftovers. Honchkrow is up next. I don't have a lot of experience with these fights, I'll tell you. I've done some of them before, but every time I get to the end of a playthrough, I'm always just like, no, I don't want to. Whenever I get to the end of a playthrough, I'll get like a few of their phone numbers, sure, and maybe call them along the way, you know, like I accidentally ran into Morty, that'll happen. I think I've accidentally run into Falkner before as well. And just, when I see all of these different times that I gotta be at places after meeting a very specific prerequisite and then getting all those callback times straight and juggling all these objectives and it going on for bloody hours, I just never want to do it at the end. So no, I don't have a lot of experience with these fights, I'll fully admit that. A lot of the time I have experience with the boss fights to the point where I usually know most of their movesets anyway, if not having them outright fully memorized, because I've just consumed so much of the main story content of these games so many times over, both from making my own videos, watching other people play, having just been a freak for this series and playing the games over and over again as a kid. In this case, I don't really have that experience, so I feel like it wouldn't be as genuine. Swellow here, however, is a Pokemon that you should make note of. I didn't get a chance right there, but it's holding a Flame Orb for its item to activate its Guts ability. And usually it has Protect to force a turn so that the Flame Orb can activate. That's your only way of getting a Flame Orb without spending any BP, and I would recommend trying to set it up so that you can steal from it. I'm 8 levels higher than you, bud. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. Nope. I more than welcome you never using Return or annoying me with Attract again for the rest of this fight. Staraptor is so damn cool. I love Staraptor. Such a good bird Pokemon. The early game bird Pokemon, ironically, I think are always really good, except for the first one of them all. Pidgey's terrible. I think even Noctowl has its merits. We got level 59 right there. Noctowl! A big thing that I hear a lot is maybe Falkner should have had a Noctowl or at least a Hoot, and yeah, I guess I kind of see that. That was a counter argument that some brought up, the whole like, what are you talking about? Johto, you know, it's not a requirement that the Johto gym leaders need to use Johto Pokemon. I kind of get it that a Hoot was just the lead Pokemon of the Sage that was head of Sprout Tower, so you did just do a boss fight with one, and maybe that's why he doesn't. But I could see an argument that maybe instead of a Pidgeotto, he could have a Noctowl so that he's tougher than that guy. At least we get to see him have a full team of 6 right here, including some pretty good all-time greats. Having a Honchkrow is also a nice style point, I would say. There, that was not, I guess that wasn't a damage range. I'm not gonna mess around right here. I'm just gonna pop a max potion. I actually need to use a max potion. We're getting that high leveled. Oh my gosh. This right here is your power leveling opportunity. These boss fights go up into the 70s as you go up and up and up in the boss order. And yeah, it is your chance to do that. Now, that said, as much as I told you that I had fixes for the level curve, that's just it. They are fixes. I want to make that clear. Now that we have the full picture, this game does give you ways of leveling up. It does give you lots of content and lots of ways to rematch all sorts of trainers. You can ride the SS Aqua over and over again. If you know how the phone system works, you can force rematches with really good trainers to train off of who also have good EVs on their Pokemon. If you know about that mechanic as well. You're sending out Pelipper now? All right, buddy, your funeral, go. I'll take it. But that's the thing. You have to know how all of this stuff works, and the game is not clear about it. You get a hint system for the phone numbers in the form of that one school kid on that one route who gives you his phone number and is like, hey, I'm a big fan of the gym leaders. I'll let you know whenever I see any gym leaders out and about, and he'll like kind of stalk them for you and give you hints. But even then, they are just hints. He doesn't tell you all of the details for how to make them appear in some cases. And it is a lot of trouble. You have to jump through a lot of hoops. This was like an hour and a half at least of prep. Being serious and not exaggerating. That is how long it took. It was over an hour and a half. I do see that as a problem, that the game has these systems in place to help you level up and make the endgame not so grindy, but it hides them behind a lot of arbitrary stuff. I think that's more so the problem than the game having a bad difficulty curve. It's still a long way to become the best trainer. And a lot of this stuff is new content too. They did add things in from the original to make this easier for you. I just don't think it was implemented the best, you know? Oh, Bugsy! Good to see you again. Behold my bug! Behold my bug research! You're sounding so threatening there, buddy. You are the bug-type gym leader, after all. I don't know if I can give you commentary through all of these fights. Some of them have noteworthy stuff about them. I guess Bugsy's Pokemon, a few of them have citrus berries, so you could steal those if you're hurting for those for some reason. I don't know, man. It's odd. Scizor goes down quite easily against Hopkins right here. It's female, though. No, not enough, not enough, not enough. I was thinking that maybe it would be. Usually gym leaders use Pokemon of their own gender, so it's a little odd that Bugsy, who often gets mistaken for a girl, has got a girl Pokemon there as his lead, and a girl... Did someone on the dev team not know that Bugsy was a boy? A lot of you were telling me that my old video where I made fun of that isn't as bad as I'm remembering it, and, you know, it was a different time and everything, so I appreciate those comments. I still do kind of wish maybe I wasn't so tasteless about it, but kind of explaining things a little bit, the anime, not the anime though, but the manga and a lot of other official material, it was a common joke that they made where people didn't realize that Bugsy was a boy and thought he was a girl. I think he might have even intentionally been designed that way. There goes Heracross. Oh, all right. I am very happy that you, what am I complaining about? I'm quad resistant. I'm fine. I was gonna say, Heracross in Gen 4 is awesome. I loved using it competitively because of Mega Horn in close combat, having Guts for your ability, forcing Guts with a Flame Orb. You could give it Protect to stall a turn, just like that Swellow was set up to do. I loved using Heracross competitively back in the day. His ace is a Vespiquen. I suppose it wouldn't make sense for him to have a male Combee. Protect. That's okay, I didn't even have any setup moves anyway. Maybe I should use X items when I'm anticipating that. Those are good. I don't use X items nearly enough because, frankly, they're incredibly powerful and I don't know why they felt the need to buff them in the 3DS games. That's a real thing. They buff 2 stages now, if you didn't know. I could not believe what I was hearing when I found out that was really the case. Defend Order! Vespiquen's a weird Pokemon where it has 3 signature moves, and I'm wanting to say that Heal Order was retired where they didn't bring it back for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In that game, they just give it Roost instead, which is arguably better in a lot of ways because there are situations where you'd want to lose your own flying type, but I suppose you could make the argument that there's situations where you don't want to lose it. I guess they just didn't feel like having another move where a bunch of bees rush around her or something, or having to animate that. I don't know. Protect! Yeah. You're gonna go for the double Protect because it failed. So why the hell not? X speed. Attack Order. Huh. Well, I guess I was wrong. That's not gonna do much though. Nah, we're fine. Vespiquen's a neat Pokemon. I like that it gets Power Gem as a coverage move, and it's a Pokemon that I've considered using a number of times over the years. And by a number of times, I think I mean once. It was in Platinum, and I think that was it, really. But yeah, it is a Pokemon that I kind of like, even though its type is bad. I'd love to use a weak Bug-type Pokemon and make it work. I have to say this. I have always been a champion of Butterfree. I used Butterfree in one of my first playthroughs of Gen 1 all the way back in the day, and I kept it through most of the game. Since then, it got Compound Eyes for its ability, it got Quiver Dance, which is one of the absolute best moves in the game, and barely any Pokemon learn it. I really think Butterfree is kind of slept on. I do. I think that Butterfree is a great Pokemon. I understand its stats are not great, I understand it has its problems, its type is weak against freaking everything. I acknowledge all of those facts. But I think it has enough upsides that it's genuinely a pretty good Pokemon. It's not a masterpiece or anything, it's not top tier, but you know, middle of the pack for sure. I think it's serviceable, I think it's good. I'd really like to use a Pokemon like that and show how good it can be, because I think it was pretty good to begin with. It learned Psychic moves back in Gen 1, which was already pretty appealing. It was reasonably fast for Gen 1 standards. You could have it fully evolved by level 10. It's certainly a better Pokemon than Beedrill. I think we can all agree on that much, at least. I also think Beautyfly is kind of slept on for similar reasons, because it does learn good moves at low levels and everything. Yanmega, you're probably fine. I got an X speed under my belt. I can just Ice Beam you. I wish your Pokemon were male. I thought they were going to be, which is why I led with Hopkins here, and the whole damage getting divided because the Pokemon are of opposite genders has actually been coming into play in this fight, where we had no business not two-shotting that Vespiquen. That's the thing about Vespiquen, it's got pretty decent defensive stats too. Shedinja! Even though it's my last Pokemon, bug Pokemon are tough! I promise! Shadow Sneak! You ass! And you're even genderless to boot. Oh god, who can hurt this? Night Slash, we got this. There's nothing a Shedinja can do to this. Waximus! What? I think Waximus was a bad Wheel of Fortune guess I made. By the way, if you've never watched our Wheel of Fortune videos, I recommend them pretty highly. They're really funny. I am awful at them. One of my co-players, Nintendo Capri Sun, is a god at Wheel of Fortune. He's incredible. And then Proton John is competent at the game, but horribly unlucky. It's such a recipe for Mom! I never break my promises. Are you ready? The irony. As much as I make fun of Whitney for all the hell she put me through as a child, I gotta say this. I gotta give an ode to normal types. Normal types are great. I think that they're kind of, again, a bit slept on. A lot of people look at them and they're like, well, you know, they're same type moves, they aren't effective on anything, they're not super effective at anything, you know, they're kind of boring and basic. I disagree. I think normal types have a really solid identity that is necessary for everything to work as well as it does. Normal types have the niceness to them that they are the normal basic thing that everything else is compared to. I think that other stuff only is as special as it is because you kind of have a type that is for all these designated animal-like Pokemon. Girafarig here being normal and psychic, he's only that way because he's both a psychic Pokemon, but also he is just a giraffe. He doesn't have a lot of defining characteristics from how a giraffe would typically look. I guess he's not as tall, but yeah, it's... I think it's interesting. I do. I like a lot of normal types. They tend to have diverse move pools to make up for the fact that they don't really have effective same type moves and things. Their same type moves also tend to be more powerful than your average type. You have Return just being an excellent neutral move that maxes out at 102 power. You have, that Girafarig is outfitted to Calm-Minded Baton Pass. That's something that you would see on a lot of normal types where they have some kind of setup move and a way to give it to their allies. They're just really nice Pokemon. I am a big fan of the normal type. I have always liked it a lot. And yeah, a lot of people kind of, if there is a type that I think is kind of boring, it's Flying, because it's kind of basic again, except it flies. And we didn't have pure flying Pokemon for a long time where they were also just normal type because they were animals as well. And then on top of that, nowadays, I kind of feel like if a Pokemon flies, they're more likely to give it Levitate and then give it a more interesting type on top of that. So it's definitely a case where they couldn't really program passives back in Gen 1, I don't think, and in spite of that, because they wanted to have flying Pokemon, they just made it into a type and then made them all normal type to show the same thing, basically. So I feel like flying type comes off as kind of dated. There's also the fact that a lot of people say that flying moves are really terrible a lot of the time, and I don't know the argument. I'm really not the biggest VGC guy nowadays. This Miltank does not have rollout. I just want to point that out to you on the sidebar right now. It doesn't have rollout. It has Scrappy for its ability, and it can body slam a ghost, which is kind of threatening, I guess, but yeah, you don't have to worry about that with this thing. It doesn't have its main strategy. We're female, so it can't attract us. It's just gonna sit there and, you know, tank, body slam. I didn't have a Lantern when I fought you the first time, but man, would you be screwed if I did. Good, good. Teeny has worked out exceptionally well. Despite her low stats, despite her low move power, it doesn't really matter. It just kind of all works for her. Delcatty, you're using Fake Out. I fought enough Delcattys in my day to know how this works. I'm gonna swap out to... I think we'll go Silverhawk. I think Silverhawk would be good. Waximus. That isn't what I want as my ball capsule. That was just a placeholder with the letters that I did have. I was trying to think of what funny thing I could spell out, and that came to mind, and lo and behold, because the universe really loves just torturing my audience, that was what I had, and of course I couldn't resist doing it. Calm Mind. That's A-okay. Fine with that. I'm gonna be doing my Battle Frontier strategy here, where I fish for defense increases, and if I don't get it, I'll just use Fly to heal off the damage with leftovers, because you're not gonna be able to do much against a Skarmory. There it doesn't go. In this kind of situation, we don't mess around with the fact that our moves are 90% accurate. I don't care for that, so we go for Night Slash because it's 100% accurate. You can definitely take out a Delcatty with that much. Not one-shotting a Delcatty, for shame. I'm so happy in the Mystery Dungeon Let's Play that I ended up with Delcatty. It's awesome. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of shooting the stuff here for a while and probably not really saying much of actual value in these fights. I'm just gonna be talking about whatever comes to mind with these Pokemon. But Barrel's a great Pokemon, man. I remember back when Bidoof came out, everybody made fun of it, and they were like, God, it's so ugly. I bet they're out of ideas by now. It's like, you never hear that argument anymore. That, oh my God, they made a Pokemon based on ice cream, literally out of ideas. People used to say that about literally everything they did that was a new concept, and it was so annoying, and I'm just like, guys, like... I've never understood the hatred for Pokemon based on objects or like... You would hear two sides of the spectrum. There'd be people that were mad because Pokemon shouldn't be based on objects, they should just be animals. And then there'd be other people saying, oh, it's just a dog, or oh, it's just a horse, or oh, it's just a beaver. And it was just like there was no pleasing anybody because everybody had different ideas for what Pokemon should be. And newsflash, there were Pokemon that were literally just objects with faces back in Gen 1. There were Pokemon that were just animals without a whole lot of creative liberties back in Gen 1. It's always been a thing, and it's important for there to be basic Pokemon so that the more outlandish designs stand out compared to them. There needs to be variety. It makes sense to have designs that are a little bit more basic. Also, a lot of the object Pokemon are my favorites, I'm gonna be real. I've championed Garbodor as a super neat, cool idea of a garbage mutant that came to life from toxic waste. Read its Pokedex entry, it's pretty messed up. Gosh, I like Drifloon and Drifblim, they have pretty creepy lore. Chandelure everyone loves. I initially wasn't the biggest Magnemite guy, but I've kind of lightened up on it over the years and think it's pretty cool now. You're not a threat, I don't think. I'm gonna Swords Dance. I thought about maybe getting behind a light screen, as you definitely have some special moves on you, and, well, you've double teamed a few times, actually. Maybe that wasn't the best time to use that Swords Dance. Okay, I'm gonna light screen right now, just in case you stick around for a few turns. There's that. But the point that I was building to all that before I got sidetracked on like 8 tangents about other Pokemon that I like is people made fun of Bidoof so much back in its day, and it's so funny now that it's a fan favorite. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't love Bidoof. Everyone thinks Bidoof is hilarious. They love its little face. It's useful in every game that it's in because it learns like every HM move. Hey, just one left, but I ain't losing you here. And then there's also the fact that even beyond that, it's not a bad Pokemon. Like, having normal and water as neutral types, that hits a lot of Pokemon for good damage. It learns some great moves. It learns freaking superpower. It's, whoa! Poor me! That accompanying her attack missing was very good. Nice one. We're only 3 fights deep into this. This is gonna go on for so long. Well, good thing I have nothing better to do on a Thursday night. Oh! It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. I'll see you whenever this goes through. Oh nice, it went through. I just one-shotted it. So it was a damage range all along. We get to level 57 off of that Clefable, worth a lot of experience points, and... You really are strong, but I won't lose next time. I don't know, Morty, maybe I hate myself. I've never watched that show. I don't know anything about it. I was just talking about you. Let's battle. I still can't believe that his name is based on mortician or rigor mortis or something like that. Like, it's the root word in probably Latin, maybe Greek, one of the 2 languages. I swear everything's derived from that. You seem like a good lead for me to set up against. You're using Substitute. All right, I know your game. I loved Drifblim competitively back in the day when it was first introduced. I remember, actually, if I'm gonna like just talk about things that I do not miss about the Pokemon fandom of old, one thing I really do not miss is the games would come out in Japan a year before they came out over here before. This was the case all the way up until Pokemon X and Y. And in that time, we would see all of the new Pokemon on fan sites, removed from the context of the game. And when we would see that, we would see all of their Japanese names. And because there was nothing else to call them, the fandom would refer to them by their Japanese names for a year sometimes before we would even learn what some of these Pokemon were called. And we would find out their English names from the most unlikely of places. Like, a new commercial would come out for the game and when scrolling through the Pokedex, we would see a lot of their English names for a couple of frames, and people would like stop the video and look through it and everything like that. Another one was a toy fair. We learned Drifblim's name, for instance, from a toy fair where they were showing off toys of all the Pokemon that were going to be in Diamond and Pearl. So we would learn their English names, and the fandom would always be, oh my god, the names suck. The English names are so stupid. Why couldn't they keep the Japanese names? Those are so much cooler. I can't believe they would have the audacity to make such stupid puns with the English name. And I'm like, bro, they're all puns. They've always been all puns. They were that way back in Gen 1. The Japanese names are puns of Japanese words that describe what the Pokemon is. You just don't understand them because you don't read Japanese. It was so annoying having this argument every time. And they'd be like, yeah, but I mean, come on, Licky Licky is so stupid. I remember another one that everyone hated was Turtwig. Yeah, who hates Turtwig? Back in the day, everyone's like, more like Turdwig, and it was just, oh gosh, I hated it. Like, if any part of their name rhymed with any remotely negative English word, people were so mad that the Pokemon they were looking so forward to using has such a stupid name. Ugh, couldn't stand it. Good thing I didn't set up against you. I thought that was incoming. We'll Night Slash you. You're out leveling me. Level 57 is the same level as my strongest Pokemon, and it is also yours. We'll take you out. Not gonna mess around with you being able to status me, just gonna take down the Gengar. And your next Pokemon, we got 3 out of 6 down. Dusknoir. I feel like I could almost make a podcast with stories about the Pokemon fandom back in the day. Gosh. I don't know if this is on... I remember that there was a false rumor that Diamond and Pearl was going to change up the types that you were going to start the game with, where it would be Psychic, Fighting, and Dark, which eventually was a thing in X and Y. If the secondary types of all 3 of the starters did that, where in addition to having one advantage over the other Pokemon, they actually had 2, where you would have Chestnut beating a Greninja with Fighting and Grass, for instance. It's kind of unique, but I remember that rumor was going along and people were really worried about it. There were fake Pokemon being posted all over the internet that people thought were real and everything. And then I remember when it came out that it was just Grass, Fire, and Water again, people were actually mad that it was too similar to the old games after complaining that it was too different for a while. I know that they're likely not the same people, but it's another example of Pokemon fans just being unable to be pleased. And again, I definitely was a part of that too. There were things I complained about that were really dumb. I remember back a long time ago, I had the biggest dislike of Pokemon. So I like Pokemon that were based on objects, but I couldn't stand it when a Pokemon was in canon supposed to be a wild animal, but it had like traits of a human-based concept. For instance, Murkrow having a witch's hat, and then Honchkrow having a fedora on. I'm like, that would never happen. They're supposed to be wild animals. Why are you mixing in something that is of human invention? And the thing that kind of made me wake up about this was I remember I did some kind of interview back in 2013 or so, and I was asked what the worst Gen 6 Pokemon was by design, and I answered Hawlucha, and I was fully expecting everyone to agree with me, and I could not believe. People still bring that interview up to me to this day asking if I still hate Hawlucha, and I wouldn't say I have as strong feelings about it now, but man, I did not see it coming that a lot of people did not share that same view, and it kind of opened my eyes to another way of thinking about it. You're going to Thunderbolt the crap out of me. He has 2 Gengars, by the way. It's a worthy follow-up to being scared by the fact that he had 1 Gengar. Now he has 2. I'm gonna take the free switch because Silverhawk was kind of done in the sun already. I was tempted to go for Teeny, but she doesn't have Shadow Claw anymore. There isn't really much that she could actually do other than Paralyze and then U-turn, which honestly sounds kind of good. I don't really know what the problem was with that. Teeny is competently leveled. It's faster than Gengar by quite a bit. 116 speed is nothing to sneeze at. Another reason why I'm kind of glad that I went for Teeny after all was our team is very tanky as it is, and had I not used Teeny and I don't know, let's say that I did go for the Hitmonchan strat that I was originally gonna do. Let's say that I did do that. We would have had an incredibly slow, bulky team. We would have never been going first. We wouldn't have been able to just slap something to get some free damage on it in a situation like this. It wouldn't have really worked. I'm gonna go, Chosen. because if you waste a turn Thunderbolting me, that's only a good thing. Thunderbolt! Never mind, now you know I have it, so you're not gonna waste a turn doing it. We'll do our own Thunderbolt. Show you what a real Thunderbolt looks like. Just go ahead and zap that plush doll into oblivion. There it goes back out. Gengar using Shadow Ball. That's the bulky fish I know and love, and I outspeed you. Teeny did her job well, did it very well. She's such a team player, man. Like, I'm so happy I taught her Thunder Wave. She's helped with catching Pokemon. She's helped when I haven't known what to do against Pokemon because they're fast and strong and are just an awkward type for me to deal with. You're also full restoring this turn, which is really bad. You have like 3 of those suckers. Yes, you do. Chosen just had a special drop too. Maybe I'll take the free switch in, maybe? Oh God! Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the free switch in here. Why would I not? Small part of me was hoping that it would survive. Oh, this got bad kind of fast, didn't it? Hopkins. With our boosted damage, it should be enough to take out a Gengar that's that weak, and there isn't much that you could do to me in the meantime, I don't think. Go. Heat Vision! I happen to know that a lot of these Pokemon have Destiny Bond, and I'm genuinely surprised that we haven't seen one yet, because it should absolutely know that I can score KOs on its Pokemon this turn several times over by this point. Mismagius is your last Pokemon. There's the everybody wishing that he had a Misdreavus on his team coming true. No, not yet. I still believe we can do it. I suppose maybe they didn't update their teams very much because of these rematches. I talked about their design philosophy where a lot of people in this game use unevolved Pokemon because you're meant to rematch them later. And when you do, their level scale and their Pokemon evolve and stuff like that, so you're meant to see them grow over time if you happen to know how the Pokegear worked in any way, shape, or form. Got more discipline than anything else. Also, I love the Misdreavus family, and it's freaking wearing a necklace, and Mismagius has a witch's hat on. Why did I have a problem with Murkrow, but not Mismagius? I always loved the Misdreavus family. It was very inconsistent. I suppose when things have been around longer, they're just more normal, and I didn't realize some things like that. I don't know. Well, I guess Murkrow has been around as long as Misdreavus. I'm not even consistent with my inconsistencies. That was a pretty tough battle, I gotta say. That was a little tough. We should really go and heal. I have an idea that is stupid but also great for this next one. We're fighting Pryce, because that's the order we did things in. Finally! No need for words. A Pokemon battle is the way for us to communicate! You're just saying that because you're old and decrepit and it's really hard for you to talk. That's what I'm saying. He's going to lead with Abomasnow. And I hate to tell you, a lot of his Pokemon have abilities that benefit from hail. Don't have a weather team of your own, you're gonna be dealing with some rough stuff. I'd also recommend getting used to having to deal with hail. Just saying. I'm gonna cast up a light screen this turn. Abomasnow is not exactly known for being speedy. It's going for Blizzard. That bypasses accuracy checks in hail, by the way. I have a Yachi Berry, just like the first time. It's like poetry, sort of a rhyme, yeah. Between my light screen and that, we can really protect ourselves. The thing is that neither of my types are effective on an Abomasnow. That's really the problem here. You're absolutely going for Blizzard to bypass the accuracy check this turn. I don't have a good switch in against this. I really don't. Chosen is weak to grass. So that's not a good play. I think honestly, I'm just gonna stay in and see what happens. I'll Swords Dance here. You're going for the Blizzard, you're gonna get the full damage this time. If you crit, it's over. This is really cheap, but the thought that comes to mind right now is he only has 5 Blizzards. What's really to stop me from just PP stalling this? I don't like doing these strategies if you have to sit there healing for like 8 turns to do it, but I'd realistically only have to use 2 potions to make this happen. unless I've miscounted, that should be 5 blizzards. I'm at +4 attack any turn where I just could afford to kill time for a little bit. I tried that, saw what would happen. I almost said leech bomb, seed bomb. Earthquake! You are out of ammo! I love to see it. How much is that gonna do? Not much at all. Not much at all. We can afford to set up for a couple more turns, because I don't think you realistically can do much damage to me. I'm a light screen. This is so stupid. We're just stalling both of us. Oh, poopy. I'm out of healing items. I only have 1 full restore left. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh no, I'm at +6. I'm at +6. What am I doing? Crap. Well, I basically have to heal here because he has Ice Shard and he's gonna finish me off if I don't, so that's gonna force my last healing item out of me. I got myself into a bad spot here, and not having a full restore is real bad when he's got lots of moves that can freeze ya. All right, we got through it. That thing was a wall. And my light screen wore off right in time for him to send out another Pokemon. I mainly had that for his other Pokemon in case they had special moves. Glalie! Glalie, I do not fear. I do not fear Glalie. I say we just go for the Seed Bomb at +6, something with 80 defense and 80 HP. You ain't gonna survive this. Sounded like I said ADHD, 80 HP. Yeah, you're gone. This should be a Nettle Sweep, assuming that I can survive 5 more turns of Hail? 4 more turns of Hail. Assuming that the Hail's not gonna take me out, Frostlass is pretty dang fast. And I don't have a way to heal. And you don't outspeed me. I know you're lower level, but Frostlass is fast. Like, really fast. Huh. Frostlass is another Pokemon that I think is super underrated and I've considered using in videos the whole one time that I could. For some reason, Snorunt just isn't in a lot of games, especially around this era. They just didn't put it in anything for the longest time. In this one, it's only in the Pokewalker, and that was the only way that you could obtain it after Platinum for such a long time. No, gong gong gong. I love its voice in the anime. There it goes. Yeah! And then we take this damage from the Hail. If only I was Mega Meganium who just pretends it's sunny all the time. Walrein! I like it when you are weak to my type. I can't believe we're actually going to sweep him with a Meganium for the 2nd time. This has got to be so humiliating for him that this has happened to him not once but twice. There's level 58. I don't think we're gonna learn any more moves leveling up on any of our Pokemon. I think we're kind of past that phase now. Our movesets are pretty close to final. I've considered possibly switching out Light Screen for Reflect if I ever am afraid of a specific physical attacker that I don't know how to deal with. You are quite the trainer. You bet I am. You don't have Ice Shard, you don't have Ice Shard. You would have gone for it, you would have gone for it. Na poo poo. Nettle, you rock. Seems as if my luck has run out. You could say that again, losing to a Meganium. I didn't see what he said there. Oh. I'm gonna make my mom a rich woman by the time this is over. We're only 5 gym leaders in. We have 11 to go. We're not even halfway. We're not even a third of the way. There you are. Taste my 24-hour training. That's really bad for you, my dude. No wonder you look so unhealthy. I promise you that this section is more than just 16 fights. Some of these gym leaders do things after you beat them that are notable, and some of them are quite worth it for the rewards that you get for beating them. It's just that we haven't happened to see one of those. It's not until several gym leaders in that you get to those fights. You can fight them in any order you wish, so maybe the joke's kind of on me for this. I could finish you off with double hit, I'm gonna do that. Another thing I love about Teeny is how Fake Out is an excellent way of just testing if you can knock something out with double hit before you actually try it. So there's very little guesswork involved. The only downside is just that double hit can miss rarely. Hit you those 2 times, down you go. Your next Pokemon is a Hitmonchan. Ah, the lost team member idea. You, I'm gonna stay in. Good. Okay. That might be bad, but it might be good. It's paralyzed, perfect. I thought I was gonna regret doing that. Double hit, pow, pow. You're pretty defensive. I'm higher leveled than you. Is it a damage range or isn't it? It is. Crap. Swagger! Oh, that's actually good. That's really good. That's really, really good. If I can just stay in, I will outspeed all these Pokemon, no problem. There's like no fighting type that is fast enough to do this. I should have healed seeing that you were gonna heal. Now I gotta get lucky on a coin toss. No, don't do this now. Double hit. Good, no! I was just thinking how well that move has treated me and how little it's missed. This Hitmonchan is absolutely setting up for a focus punch! You say it and you shall receive. Teeny, go, hit it, yes. Okay. This might beat it. Whoa! Teeny! You're doing great! This is awesome! Hitmonlee, you could have Limber for your ability. Let's see. I didn't buy healing. How did I forget to buy healing items? I'm a fool. I am a fool. I'm a fool and a half. I'm a fool and 3/4. Okay, good, I'm not. Did I not pay for my insolence and I'm gonna have 69 HP when I beat you to boot? I don't even need my 2 hits. Okay, that was a crit, so maybe it didn't matter. Who's next? Who's on the chopping block? Primate. Chopping block, because it's a fighting dojo. There it goes. This dojo's got nothing on Chucks. I spoke so highly of Chucks in the extended universe stuff and just how beautiful it is and like in the anime and the manga, and in Stadium 2 is just hilarious. There's Teeny's experience, getting up to level 58. Next up, you got Breloom. Breloom is holding a Toxic Orb, and it's also got Poison Heal for its ability, so it's designed around that. If you have not gotten a Toxic Orb, I showed that there was a super nerd out on east of Saffron that you could steal it from his muck. I think that that's a much more reliable way to do it, as the muck is a lot less threatening than this thing is, but if you didn't get that and you don't want to spend BP for a Toxic Orb, this is a pretty nice place to pick one up. And last up, we got Poliwrath. We haven't lost yet. Keyword yet. Let's see if you require both of my hits. Okay, all right, I see you. You're actually probably gonna survive this. So I might need to worry about what comes next. You're a sub-puncher. I was hoping it would do substitute and waste its turn. That would have been so cash. No, not yet. Not yet, not like this. You're gonna heal. Yep. Saw that coming. Which is why we paralyze you. Yes. I hope that this isn't like a boring video. I've been kind of thinking about that just having fights for probably an hour or two is gonna be something. I shudder to think what the length of this video is going to actually be. Oh my god! Without the citrus berry, you had no hope. I was mainly worried about my attack missing and needing to worry about you hitting me with Focus Punch, but we lost. You could say that again. Wahaha! Battle with you is never boring! We've beaten 2 gym leaders at a distinct disadvantage so far. I really thought that Teeny was our best bet for that, and it really paid off. I didn't even need any healing items to solo him. But I'm still gonna buy some anyway, because good god, that was really stupid. Let's go! We've been here as promised. Are you prepared? I had $77,000, and I think I spent all of it on that. Leader Jasmine, sending out a Metagross as her lead. She means business. I'm gonna start by banking on the fact that you're not very fast and going for Earth Power. Go, go, go! You're genderless, I don't know how that affects my ability. Probably doesn't affect my damage. It'd be really nice to not have my damage divided randomly. That's the only thing that's a little bit weird about using Hopkins. I love my buns though, like man, my big spiky poison type buns. You're my taste in Pokemon on so many levels. A Bronzong. So, I'm gonna be real. I have looked up things about these teams, and even though I don't know their movesets, this Bronzong is a rare case of something in single player content having heat proof instead of levitate. Usually, there's a rule that every time you fight a Bronzor or a Bronzong in any kind of single player content, they always give it levitate so that you don't have to guess. This is one of those weird ones that is heat proof. I just thought that was really noteworthy because that almost never happens. Next up, we got Empoleon. I guess we're going for Earth Power again. You still don't outspeed me yet. Don't get used to it. It's gonna get a lot harder. Oh, it's gonna get a lot harder. Hopkins is definitely gonna grow to level 58. I loved using Empoleon as a kid. I guess it's one of the last memories of like playing Pokemon technically as a kid. Mega Horn! So much for not learning any more moves leveling up. Mega Horn is a physical bug type move with 120 power, but it's 85% accurate. It's basically a physical Hydro Pump. This would deal with grass types, which we don't really have a problem with having Flamethrower. It would deal with psychic types and it would deal with dark types, though we have superpower for that. Really, all it opens up to us is super effectiveness on psychic types. I'm probably not gonna learn this. I would much rather have superpower on it. We're gonna give up on that for now. Fighting just really brings together Hopkins' moveset quite well, and you know, you can't have it all. You're gonna give up something in return if you're going to learn that move to open yourself up to another type, so it's going to make us susceptible to something else if we don't have Psychic, and besides, having Hopkins fight a Psychic Pokemon, I wouldn't send it out against some high-level Alakazam or something like that, which, by the way, we're gonna be fighting today. There that is. Magnezone! Fresh meat. The Pokemon that doesn't even have any meat on its body. The thing that I noticed that I don't think anyone actually cares about is how Magnezone's magnets are different from Magnemite and Magnetons, where the blue and the red are just on the front-facing sides of them, whereas Magnemite and Magneton have it on the side edges of their magnets as well. You see how it's inconsistent here in this picture. Properly tamed steel will be made rusty by things like this. I mean, I'm not gonna make him rusty, I'm just gonna bury him. Or her, sorry, her. Level 62, is that? It's not enough! It's not enough, roar! Okay, who's going teeny. Steel versus steel, why not? Steel will hang on to the very last, you have no idea how right you are. I'm gonna stay in and just fight fire with fire here. It's not Gen 6 yet, so I can't rely on Dark type being normally effective on you, sadly. Your defense is through the roof. It's like 160 or something crazy like that. I know very well that you're probably not going to take much damage from these. This is quad resistant too. Yeah, no, that doesn't really work out. He's got a ton of defense now, buddy. I like this. We'll go for the Night Slash. See what happens there. Good fish for criticals. God, that did nothing. Thank you! Anyone else, literally anyone else. Tozen! You just gotta steal the show from everyone now, don't you? Thankfully, Roar has a minus priority, so I don't have to worry about it just roaring me over and over again if it outspeeds something. I can just go for the surf, call it a night. Except not, because I got like 10 more of these fights to do. There you go. Level 60, our very first team member to hit it. Oh! I ate my words. We don't have a level 60 team member. True to your reputation. I want to point out that nobody is as strong as Trinity still. Trinity's level 61, it's still the strongest Pokemon that we've raised ourselves. I suppose we have a level 70 Mewtwo and a level 100 Arceus, but they were just kind of caught that way, you know? Congratulations, this is the first fight that is more than a fight. For after that rematch, go see Jasmine at her gym. Long time no see. It's been like 2 minutes. I'm fine, thank you. At least you realized it. I don't know how to say this, but nothing... Will you trade your Pokemon for mine? Sure. Really? Thank you so much. I'll be happy with any Pokemon. I always feel so guilty for giving her something crappy for this. I feel like I have to give her something good, so I'm gonna give you my Frost Rotom. This was a new and exciting Pokemon. I'd appreciate it so much, except I cannot accept... What? Since when are there restrictions on this? Whatever happened to any Pokemon? I was gonna say refrigerators or metallic, kind of. Huh. I don't know if that's because it's a Rotom form and those have strange restrictions on them, like with trading, or if that's because it's from another game, like another trainer ID number. I think I got something. I don't remember why I caught this. I just happen to have another Graveler here. It's also female, and it would give her a Golem just like I have. Be a nice little connection, you know? Yeah, we'll give you Graveler. And the reason why I'd feel guilty giving her a Caterpie or something is because of what she gives you in return. She gives you her Steelix! Okay, it's probably not the same Steelix because it has a nickname, but like, it's still Jasmine Steelix, in a sense. It's such an important and iconic Pokemon. Rusty. I thought you said steel would never rust in the face. Okay, never mind. Thank you so much. I'll take good care of it. Enjoy your Golem. Thank you. It'll be the same level as whatever you traded her as usual. You could give it a high level. You could give her a high level Pokemon to get that. It'll be holding a Soothe Bell, the second one that we've come across. Brave Nature, proud of its power. That is plus attack minus speed. Not at all a terrible nature for a Steelix. I kind of dislike minus speed natures even on slow Pokemon, but hey, maybe you got a Trick Room team. Its IVs are rock solid, or I guess in this case, ground solid. I wasn't gonna say metal. It has a 30 in attack guaranteed and a 28 in defense. So if you can deal with the fact that it's got minus speed, it's a pretty great Steelix. One of the best ones that you could adapt for your team. Would make a pretty nice late game team edition if you, I don't know, traded Mewtwo for it and had a level 70 Steelix or something. If you're not using legendaries, why the hell not? Oh joy, it's Clair. You know what that means. If you said me getting my ass kicked at Mario Party, well, I can't deny it. Gyarados, another fight that begins with a Gyarados. That's why I'm leading with you. Oh God, no! I didn't think you'd actually outspeed me. That's, good to know. Because, we're still not done fighting Gyaradoses. Gyarados-I? There's still another tough fight ahead of us that involves a Gyarados. It's like in Gen 1, you have so many tough fights that involve an Alakazam because your rival's got one, Sabrina's got one. In Yellow, Sabrina's got a level 50 Alakazam, which is outrageous. I was thinking about using an X item during this heal turn, but no, I'm just gonna try to get her items out of her until she stops healing. I think that's a decent use of Chosen's time. Also, without the Walkenberry poppin', we'll absolutely one-shot it this turn, so it's just a better idea. Or, I could've gone for an X speed, actually. That probably would've been good. Oh well, too late now. If I lose, I know what I'm doing. Level 60, our first team member to hit the big 6-0! Trust me, it's nothing compared to what we'll be facing. Aerodactyl, you're too much. You're too much. I need Silverhawk. Silverhawk. I think that's a good choice. Waximus. Not a good idea to set up against you. You have way too many Pokemon that have special moves that are effective on a Skarmory. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just be out against this Aerodactyl, have it using physical moves on me that can barely scratch me, and then just chip it down? Well, so much for chip damage. Silverhawk, you actually can one-shot something. Go ahead and chow down on your apple core, my friend. You've earned it. It's so funny how it's like a staple of Let's Plays that there's always that one episode in the series where the commentator has been recording for literal hours and is tired and, you know, might be a little bit delirious and loopy, but they just keep pressing on anyway because they want to be done. Don't get me wrong, I have a rule, personally, that I never record a video unless I legitimately want to, and that has not changed. I want to do this. I think it sounds funny, and I want to see just how much I lose it by the end and how much I'm just like, God, I want to go to bed. Because that's the only way that a big gauntlet like this should realistically go. I'm gonna rock polish this turn. Don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch. Don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch. Good, 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 good. That's what we like to see. That's it. We are at +2. Yeah, we'll go for Stone Edge and just finish you off. You don't have a berry for that, do you? Nah. Good boy. Good Charizard. You know where you stand. It's such a shame that Charizard is so hated nowadays, because it is a legitimately cool Pokemon. We all thought it was cool at one point in time. I think it's one of those cases where anything cool can become not cool if it's overused, and it's a shame, I think, because Charizard's really neat. I think it's a super cool Pokemon. It's a good design. There's a reason why we were all so eager to choose it. I know that it's not technically a dragon, and a lot of people think that's lame though, but it's not its fault. It's just balancing reasons, really. In my heart, it's a dragon, and besides, it's been gifted the dragon type in various forms over the years too. I don't have any dragon moves, do I? I think it would probably be best to go for Teeny. If I get lucky, I might be able to fake you out and just finish you that way. No, not quite enough. You're probably gonna heal, but it's all right. Oh no, you're not. Okay, I thought about using Thunderwave, but good thing I didn't. Usually these bosses have 3 full restores when you get into the endgame. A Dragonair! Don't knock Dragonair! Dragonair is cool! It matches her aesthetic well. I can see why they had her keep one. She's got 3 of them originally. I think it would feel kind of wrong to be fighting Clair and for there to not be a Dragonair in there somewhere. You also got that alliteration, even though that's usually the beginning of a word, the alliteration of the end of a word. I don't know if that has a... Oh, rhyme! See, this is why I like doing a video like this once in a while. Anyway, Dragonite is her last Pokemon. 1 Pokemon left, this is where the real battle begins. I don't remember if this is, I think this is the same level as the one that she had before. I'm gonna Thunder Wave you. You have Inner Focus, so I can't flinch you, unfortunately. I can't force you unflinchingly. Yeah, okay. Dragonite missed. Lovely. We'll go for double hit. It's good to outspeed everyone, isn't it? Teeny is just gonna stay out until that happens. That didn't do as much as I thought. I really thought that this thing was gonna be a threat, and it's kind of not. Oh, no. Well, you're gonna be around next turn. That's a bit of a problem, I guess. Thunder! Jump! Speed! Hammer! Fire! Thunder! Ah! Back! Totes sus baka! Damn it! That's what I get for using slang improperly. Okay. Well, the choice is clear. Go ahead and do Thunder on me, see if I care. Or not, you don't get to move. Chosen being the Slayer of Dragons once more. Critical hit, too! You just had to style all over his face. You're just slapping it with your tail fin over and over again as it goes down. I lost? I don't believe it, there must be some mistake! Some things never change. Way to go. Now give it your all. I don't know why I bother answering the phone, I know what she's gonna say. Every time. Brock and Misty holding hands. I enjoy it. All right, time to fill our promise. Let's have a Pokemon battle. There must be Brock and Misty shippers in the world, because there's that one episode, at Bill's lighthouse where they actually like ballroom dance under the full moon. And I feel like that's kind of one of the first instances of like implied romance in the series, even though it doesn't go anywhere. You know, Misty is obviously into Ash way more, if she even likes Brock at all. I don't think she does, honestly, but I feel like that scene must have birthed a few Brock and Misty shippers. That sounded like I was gonna say something terrible. Gosh, maybe not the best choice of words. What else is new? Nettle's getting that experience points. Rampardos! Okay, this is your strongest Pokemon. It's not as strong as what we had before. We're gonna go, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Rampardos has like no defense, it's all attack. It's a good example of why just having a high attack stat really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. If you don't have speed to back it up, then who cares? Down it goes. I think we're gonna see a Nettle sweep here. I don't fear anything else on your team. Golem and Rampardos were the things I was most worried about because his Golem can set up. And that's really about it. There's nothing else to it. Super effective. Level 59 for Nettle. Level 50 Nettle. Boinks. Not even stoinks. You might survive this. You got a lot of defense. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Even if you had a stoinks, I would have used my Earthquake on you. And then you got Kabutops. It's fine. You're quad weak to me. And I know your last Pokemon's Omastar because you're Brock, and you love doing that. It was cool giving him the fossil Pokemon because he's in Pewter City where the fossil restoration is. I already said this before, but I just thought that was clever. It wasn't the case in the original Gold and Silver. There was no fossil restoration. You couldn't get the Omanite family or the Kabuto family without trading in. Ah, it itches, Brock, put that thing away, there are children here. Go ahead and throw your seed at it. And it's gone, it is gone, it is gone. We are over the halfway point, guys! I didn't even get hit. It's so good. You aren't venturing around for nothing, nope. And that is the second fight that is more than just a fight. When I said to go to Diglett's cave, I went there and I found nothing. World is huge. There are so many, there's so many strong trainers like you. Just wait and see. I'm gonna become a lot stronger too. The world is, oh God, this is on a specific day of the week, isn't it? On Mondays and Saturdays, Brock will be standing in Diglett's cave after this point. He will ask you, in a clever nod to the anime at the time, to trade him a Bonsly, and he will give you a Rhyhorn in return. This Rhyhorn has a guaranteed 31 IV in attack, and it knows Thunderfang, making it quite formidable. The problem with it is that it has Lightning Rod for its ability, so it can't get Solid Rock as a Rhyperior. The way that I would normally suggest getting around this is by breeding it, so that it gets the Egg move and inherits an IV. Sadly for you, it's a girl Rhyhorn, so you can't do that. It's a good Rhyhorn, I guess, but I feel like anybody who wants to use that family is just going to want Solid Rock and not Lightning Rod. We ain't doing a lot of double battles here. You guys, oh my gosh, what was that? I don't even know what they knocked over, and I'm looking at it right now. Oh, Misty! So here you are. Don't make me wait. I've heard a lot of good things about you since our last battle. Let's test how good you are. I kept you waiting for like 3 days in universe, girl. What would be a few more minutes? Your lead is Starmie. It says a lot that Starmie's not her ace now, doesn't it? We're gonna open up with a stockpile here, cause you have all special moves. All Starmie have the same moveset. I know that yours is no different. You have successfully proven my theory. I'll go for another stockpile, just cause why would I not? If you could Thunderbolt me, that would be excellent. No, you're just going for the same type attack bonus move. Makes sense. It's the second time in this playthrough that we actually need to use a max potion for something. Gimme. I wonder if Max canonically exists in Kingdom Hearts. Goofy kind of seems to know a thing or two about being a dad. You know, like he kind of takes care of Sora and all that. God, the Kingdom Hearts Let's Play was so fun. Like, oh my gosh, like that was a dream come true for me to be able to do that. And also just like, I think it turned out real good. I think it's one of the best things I've made in years. And a lot of you seem to voice the same thing. I was really happy with it. Yeah, we'll just set up another one. We'll wipe away that special drop. I don't care if it has a different name now. It's always the special drop to me because it's just what we called it back in the day. I guess to be fair, I didn't call it that, but it's just what a lot of red and blue videos call it. Gosh, I'm getting delirious. Psychic Psy Chick. Sorry, Psy Chic. Down it goes. I thought I would mention that Starmie had a, what is it called? A Culber Berry. Culber Berries are the dark type reduction berry, and for some reason it always feels like when I play this game, my mom just never buys me one. She gives me like 90 of every other berry type, but never that one, and it's the strangest thing. This guy's got Water Absorb. I'm not gonna waste turns against it. I am genuinely shocked and amazed that you didn't go for Earthquake right there, because I thought that was the entire reason that you switched into it. The AI will choose which Pokemon to switch into next based on the moves that it has, because it reads that it can do something like this to you, and goes for it. Oh, wait. I'm willing to bet you can't KO me right now without a crit. Because I'm yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it was. She read that she had Earthquake, so she swapped into it. But once it was actually out, she went, wait, I can't get a KO on it. I'm a lot better setting up this turn. Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. Gosh. I studied how the AI worked and everything for these videos. All right. Force, I could have used a Hyper Potion. I loved it when Hyper Potion still restored 200 HP. I'm gonna enjoy that for as many years as I can, hopefully many years to come. Because when they nerfed it to 120, I was just so sad, because I always thought I was smarter than the system by never using max potions, because when do you ever need to restore more than 200 HP in the main story? Unless you're playing this. Go, 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 go! No, 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 no. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's really, really bad and stuff. I wish that I could make up for the -1 special defense by just stockpiling again, but stockpile's weird in that it doesn't care about the buffs, it cares about how many stockpiles you have. So you can't do that. You're going for the Amnesia again. If I could crit or freeze, that'd be really lovely right about now. If I can get past this Quagsire, there's really nothing I have to worry about. Like, I'll be in the clear once I do that. Let's see how you do. Did you? Oh, I thought you crit for a second. No, okay. You are not healing. You are not healing. That is a direct order. I know nobody bosses around Misty. She would just smack you right upside the caboose if you did that. There that goes. There it goes. We actually managed to get through. What next? If you could send out your Lantern, I'd love that very, very much. Lantern! Yay! Now use an electric move on me or something. Thunderbolts! Love to see it. You, however, have Illuminate for your ability. You have a crappy Lantern. I have a good Lantern. How are you faster than me? I'm not EV trained in speed, so it's probably something to do with that. Maybe it has a plus speed nature. I don't know, man. Someone out there has documented all that stuff, like what natures everything has, because I know people get really intense with their challenge runs trying to beat games without experience points and crap like that, and that stuff comes very into play when you're talking about trying to scrape out every last morsel of damage that you can, every +1 damage that you can do to something, everything that you can speed tie, it all matters. I don't know, I've thought about doing challenge runs before. Actually, this playthrough, I kind of hinted about this on like an old live stream somewhere though, but I intended for this to be a wedlock and for it to be like my first one, but as time went on, I just kind of realized I wasn't really about that, and I just kind of liked playing the game vanilla because I felt like there weren't a lot of people doing that and going comprehensive. There are people that still do, I just mean I feel like challenge runs have kind of overtaken so much of it, so I kind of wanted this to stay that way though, but originally that's what I was thinking of doing was as a way of differentiating it from my Crystal playthrough many years ago. I would do this as a wedlock and do that. I love the wedlock challenge, it's fun. Milotic! You're a special beast. I'm just gonna, whoa, you're gonna wash me! I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I've only needed to heal the one time. It's perfectly reasonable. 6 more fights, huh? Yeah, 6 more fights. Rest, okay, loving it. I get a free turn to do whatever the heck I want. Sounds like primo time to... I don't have an X... Oh, X special. Okay. I was like, wait, there's no X Special attack. No, X Special is a grandfathered in name from back in the day. It doesn't have the same name that it does now. Sleep Talk. I have dreams within dreams so often. I had the weirdest freaking dream last night. I dreamed that I visited my grandmother. Her husband passed away last year, and I've really wanted to visit her lately, so I had a dream about visiting her. I visit her, and somebody I dated as a teenager and her boyfriend now, like, we're at their house, and I think I, like, had to accept a package for them or something like that, and I signed their names Mr. X and Miss Stupid Face, and they found out about it and got mad at me, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, it was such a dumb dream. I don't know, like, what I was thinking. Oh gosh. Okay, so we need to go for Thunderbolt. Lapras is no match for my good old X items. I love that stuff. And then your last Pokemon. What'll it be? Could it be Floatzel? Why, yes it is! It's Floatzel! Pretty good. I think their quotes might be the same as the first time around, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping we'd get to see some more canonical Misty dialogue, you know? You're no match for me, you weak little fox. I voiced my love of Sonic Adventure 2, like, before in the series, though, but man, that fight with Eggman, I thought that was so intimidating as a kid. It's hard, like, when you don't know the minutia of how to fight in the mechs, because he's got that health upgrade that you don't get his tails. It really feels like you're overcoming a weakness. I need to go Mom, I don't have time for you right now. Lit Surge! Hey, the promise we made, let's battle again. I wear sunglasses indoors at night! He went from sounding like his anime counterpart to sounding like the freaking talking book from It Takes Two. I love that game so much. It's so good. Raichupacabra. I am a simple man. I see an all-electric team. I'm just going to use Earth Power a whole bunch. It's not worth using a bog standard rock and ground type because he's got coverage moves all over his team. But it's okay. Hopkins just kind of neutralizes all of them. He's also got an all-male team. That's what I like to see. That gives me my damage bonus, which is enough to take you out. Oh. Hopkins could get to level 60 in this very Electivire. I'm wondering if it's best for me to swap. No, I'm gonna stay in. We'll just see what happens. Good, okay, good. Didn't pay for it. I was thinking that he thought that his Electivire was faster than me, and it might have very well been. Not enough. Man, I feel so bad for saying this as somebody who used an Electivire for a very long series, but Electivire was one of the most disappointing evolutions to me because I'd wanted an Electabuzz evolution practically from the beginning of the franchise, and when I finally got it, it was kind of disappointing where I just kind of thought it was weird looking. It's not a bad Pokemon or anything. In fact, I think it's actually a pretty good Pokemon. It gets coverage moves for literally everything. Motor Drive is a fun ability. I don't think it's all bad. I just think it's really weird looking, and I greatly prefer how Electabuzz looks. I think Electabuzz is one of the more solid Gen 1 designs that still holds up really well, and Electivire is just strange. I mean, why does it have a power outlet on its back? I don't know, spinal columns transmit electric currents? Maybe that's what they were going for? I really don't know. I think I made some kind of joke in an old video that an Elekid plugging itself into an Electivire's back is how they reproduce, which baby Pokemon can't breed for obvious reasons, but Earth Power, get rid of you! If I could just stay at 69 HP for the rest of the— never mind. I forget my own held items when I'm tired like this. Magnezone! Oh, looks like easy EXP! Gimme. I swear to you, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow to edit this thing, and I'm not gonna remember half the stuff I said in this thing. It's always how these types of things go when I stay up late with you guys and just go until I win. I call them block schedule days. I don't know if anyone else does that, but occasionally when I know that a video is going to be very time-consuming to make, I always do what I call a block schedule day, where I just set aside a day to do nothing but record that video and just go until I win. And that's what I'm doing here today. Pachirisu! This ain't VGC doubles, buddy! Good, okay. I saw that thing withstand. Okay, Pachirisu is champ. My electric trick. I'm not above repeating jokes. You're electric! Oh no, you're very strong, but I will repay my debt someday. I somehow doubt it. Mom! I'm sorry, I don't have the energy to talk to you right now. My own mom has taken that so personally before whenever I've done that. Ugh. This is Erica. Erica. Does anyone else remember that commercial? This place isn't super listening. I tried to find that commercial. It was like a Ziploc bag commercial, and they aired it all the frickin' time in like 2005 or something like that. And it was always, this is Erica. Erica. And there was this voice that just repeated all sorts of words like chili and stuff throughout the commercial. I remember it airing every commercial break, and I could recite it word for word at the time. It was another one of those commercials my mom was like, Emil, why can you recite this word for word but not need, like, the Declaration of Independence? And I'm like, Mom, don't. That's a different conversation, Mom. Let's not open that can of worms, please. I want... Silverhawk does not have a lot of experience. The thing is that if I switch into Hopkins, he's got this. Shifty's jaw is like dropped right now from how much damage it took right there. It is just stuck there in disbelief waiting to fall over. Blossom! Okay, that's kind of nice. I'm gonna go for the fly. Yeah, I'm gonna go for fly. Sunny days chasing the clouds away. I think when I was a kid, I would go like sunny days and sunny nights whenever I would play this game. Oh my gosh, this is what I've been reduced to, man. I'm just babbling on. I gotta do all these fights. You're gonna outspeed me. You're gonna heal this turn. You outspeed me and you're gonna heal. And you have attract. It's better for me to just attack this turn and force your items out. I haven't been setting up on Blossom because of that attract. I'm a little worried about that happening. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna attract. I go second, I fly. Oh! Well! I welcome any and all cases of that happening. I'm just gonna blow on you. In more ways than one, baby. I do not have the ribbity skiz. Go on, Silverhawk. Give me level 57. You've earned it. You've been pretty behind for a while. The thing about Silverhawk is that it's really strong in some situations, but it's difficult to use in others. That's kind of what I've noticed about it. Tangrowth, you're bulky defensively, so I'm gonna Swords Dance. I'm faster than you even with Chlorophyll. That's good to know. Oh, you have Swords Dance too. Wonderful, wonderful. Glad that we got that. Glad that we got that. I'm gonna fly before there is any chance of you whacking me with something. You have Rock Slide, good, and then down it goes. Let's see if it's enough to pierce through that thick layer of fatty vines. Does anyone else have those foods that they only eat in like one situation? Because, like, for me, red vines, I always eat them at the movies, and I never buy them for myself anywhere else. I only like eating red vines at the movies. There's just something about it where it feels appropriate for the situation. I don't drink ginger ale except when I'm on airplanes. And when I'm on an airplane, it's like, it feels like it's appropriate for the situation, and it's delicious, and I love it. But I really don't order it for myself in any other situation. Victory Bell! Oh, you're another Pokemon that I've wanted to use in a Let's Play a whole bunch. It's always so difficult when every game just has massive casts of characters. I mean, we had a cast of over 300 to choose from in Black 2 and White 2. And, like, there were all sorts of obscure Pokemon you get from side modes and hidden abilities. It's so hard to narrow it down to just 6. There's Pokemon that get cut every single... Actually, Roserade was one such Pokemon that was cut from Black 2 and White 2. That was a Pokemon that I very heavily considered using. I liked that Giga Drain had been buffed and had additional PP and all that. And I've always thought Roserade was a good Pokemon. I try to use poison types whenever I can because I think they're kind of underrated. I I've said it many times, many ways, and it's not Merry Christmas. I'm gonna say that poison types absolutely have their flaws. I would never deny that they do, that they don't. I would never deny that they do. We got a little mixed up. I acknowledge that they have their flaws. Definitely they do. But I don't know, I really like the stuff that they resist. I think that defensively they're really interesting. I like that they buffed it over time, giving it an advantage against Fairy. It's not the better advantage against Fairy, because a lot of Fairy types are special attackers and happen to learn Psychic, so I wouldn't call it outright a good move to use it on Fairies, but it's still good. Like, I mean, it's nice they gave it something, you know, because for the longest time all it beat was Grass, and there's so many Pokemon types that beat Grass already with ease. It wasn't needed. Wow, that's a bit harsh. That one made. The ace Pokemon always getting healed. Even though this isn't even their highest level Pokemon remotely, I guess you consider it that, because it was your ace in the regular battle, and they probably carried some code over and just to make it easier to program and not having to manually enter data all the time. Ah! Looks like I underestimated you. You have grown even stronger. I'm like the teacher, keeping you in detention after school, and you're just sitting there quietly, trying not to make a fuss, waiting for me to say, you can go home. That's what this is. Oh my gosh, Lieutenant Surge had a thing that he does after his fight. I didn't even think of it because I was too busy ranting about stuff, but yeah. Crobat using U-turn, that's exactly what I was hoping you would do. Out of every move that you could have done, that's exactly what you got a critical hit with that, nice. I'm rock polishing this turn so that I can hopefully do the dreaded Agate sweep. Toxicroak is an excellent Pokemon for you to swap into for me. I can just finish you off with a good old-fashioned Earthquake. You don't resist that, you don't have an answer to it? Yeah, all good. Toxicroak's another Pokemon I wanted to use in a Let's Play. Gosh, I'm never gonna get around to using all of them, you know? Like, there's only so many Pokemon games, I'm only gonna be around for so many years. I don't have any plans of retiring soon, don't worry, but, I mean, eventually I'm gonna be too old to make videos anymore. Eventually there will be a last one. It's something I thought about, like, will I know that it's the last video or won't I, you know? Level 57. Venomoth. Venomoth. Stone Edge. It's inaccurate, but I'm gonna chance it. Yeah, we're gonna go for that. Venomoth can just do too many things, potentially, if it's left unchecked, so we're just gonna toss that away. And from here on out, it should be a pretty straightforward sweep. We have, oh, Wheezing, okay. You can't really hurt me is the thing, you're just kind of there, so, Stone Edge. Has a high critical chance, we haven't seen that yet this fight. Oh, wow, okay, that was a crit. The trouble with that is that you're gonna heal, and I only have 3 more of these things. 2 left! Oh, that's kind of bad, actually. You're gonna... Well, whether you heal or don't is neither here nor there, we're just gonna try. Okay, good. Just don't send in Crobat. If you could send in Crobat last, that's what I would like to see. I feel kind of weird using PP recovery items mid-fight just against other trainers. It's weird. Well, 3 words. Goodbye. I ran out of air mid-maniacal. Down it goes, down! They're both down! I want Silverhawk to finish this. Yeah! Silverhawk, Waximus! Drapion, another Pokemon that I really want to use in a Let's Play. High critical chance, Poison Dark type's really awkward. It was another one that I planned on using on Black 2 and White 2, and it didn't make the cut in the end. I realized that I liked it better as a Skorupi because it resisted a lot of the types of other Pokemon that I was worried about on other Pokemon I was using. It just felt like I never had good opportunities to switch into it because the stuff that it handled I already had good answers for on my other Pokemon. So that was another one. Scolipede was another one where I really wanted to use it, but it had so much crossover with Emboar where they just all dealt with the same stuff. They had very similar weaknesses. It was just so redundant to have an Emboar and a Scolipede on the same team that it was one of those sad cuts where I'm like, yeah, this doesn't... I want to use Scolipede, but it doesn't really do anything for this team, so it's just kind of sitting there burning a hole, and I was struggling to find uses for it when I tried playing the game like that before. You need to go down right freaking now. You... Mother. Actually, she's like 12, so that's probably not a good thing to accuse her of. What else could I talk about? I'm on the verge of completing Prismatic Evolutions. I'm only missing 4 cards from it now. I bring this up because my 5th to last card was Janine's Secret Arch, which was not at all an expensive card. It kind of surprised me how long that eluded me. But yeah, I just kind of found it the other day, bought it for not a lot of money, and we're pretty close to finishing that set. The big money cards I'm still missing are Espeon and Sylveon for the curious. I already have the Umbreon. I pulled the Vaporeon for my very first Prismatic pack that I ever opened when the set was new, and that fooled me into thinking the set was going to have amazing pull rates, and I was very disappointed that it didn't. It wasn't until I'd opened like a good 50 or so more packs that I was like, okay, yeah, this blows. You never get anything out of those packs. And they had the audacity to say that it had good pull rates because they count Pokeballs and Master Balls as hits. Can't stand that stuff. In other news, I've made a document of every Pokemon card that I don't own because I realized that having a list of every card I do own kind of was useless at this point. I am presently missing 283 cards until I own every single North American card ever. Every single one that's numbered anyway. I'm not counting stuff like the card you got for getting 2nd prize at World Championships in 2008 or anything like that. I'm only counting numbered cards. I am counting side sets though. Trainer kits, McDonald's sets, anything that is numbered is being counted in this. Ariados! You've got great battle technique. Why, thank you. Silverhawk is confused. It hurt itself in its confusion. Ariados used Nightshade. I'm taking fixed damage, 58 to be in fact. I'm gonna be left with 10 health at the end of this turn. Silverhawk, I'm not healing you. If I can get this fight done in 1 turn sooner, I'm gonna do it. Snapped out of confusion! We love to see it. Ariados, you're another Pokemon I considered using in this. In this series specifically, actually. I spoke its praises early on. I said that I thought it was kind of slept on. The pun doesn't work quite the same way because it has insomnia, but you know. I liked the idea of it having Spiderweb and Shadow Sneak. It would be good at fighting roaming legendaries. That sounded good. So strong. Speaking of reusing jokes. I lost today, but I'll win next time. There won't be a next time. You don't matter. You're not in games anymore. Man, I never see anyone waifu Janine. Does anyone actually? Because, like, I know that she's, like, the youngest of all the gym leaders, so, like, maybe that's why, though. But, like, when I was a kid, like, you know, when we were, like, 10, we freaking loved Misty. There were, you know, kids I knew that were, like, 10 that loved Sabrina. I don't think I knew anybody crushing on Whitney, but I guess I could kind of see it. Jasmine, absolutely. Clair, yes. I remember, like, when I was in elementary school, like, those were, like, the girls that everybody was crushing on. I never saw anybody really care about Janine. Actually, Sabrina and Misty do have really valuable cards, too. I knew you'd come. I had a feeling. What? We promised each other, so it's no surprise? No, you may be right. This reminds me of how I've thought about going to see a fortune teller as entertainment. Because, like, I know that they're gonna, like, Google me ahead of time and, like, learn all sorts of stuff about me and use cold reading techniques to extrapolate information about myself. Like, I understand that it's all a bunch of hoo-ha, but it doesn't change the fact that I think it could be a decent night of entertainment, you know? Fake out! We're gonna go for the experiment, gonna see if we can take out an Alakazam. This is level 60 as the lead at this point. We're definitely getting into the later parts of this gauntlet. Fighting ever tougher Pokemon. I should only need my single hit. Good. Alakazam ain't exactly known for being muscular. Gallade! Oh, Gallade! You're one I actually did use, so my usual thing doesn't work. You are low-leveled as crap, my dude. You've definitely gone for it because it has a fighting move of some kind. There goes. No! Freaking citrus berry. Well, it's okay. If I can manage to survive this turn... Oh, I ain't surviving that! It was nice knowing you, Teeny! Critical hit for good measure. Frick you. I have an idea that is stupid and or plausible. We're gonna rock polish against you. You're not exactly known for being speedy. I can take a solid physical hit from you. Absolute. Wow, that was way better than I thought. I might even go for a. I might even go for a second one while I'm at it. Why not? Shoot. Just gonna go ahead and buff out those little bumps in my rocks, make myself extra smooth. Close combat. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, this is fine. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Going for Earthquake. Down it goes. Critical hit. Jinx. Jinx's cry is way too long. Explosion. If I ever don't think I... No! Oh, okay, that's okay. Go for it again. Yes! If I ever don't think I have an answer for something, I'm just going boom. That's all there is to it. You have one Pokemon that I fear. One Pokemon that I fear. And if you send that out, I'm probably just gonna go boom against... Oh, hey, look, there it is! Maybe I don't need to. Like, I'm dead either way. If you counter me, I'm just going down. There's nothing more to it than that. You also can't directly attack me, so I might as well go for the less accurate but more powerful move. Lava Fett's lipstick is glorious. I remember laughing out loud when I saw that that was the gender difference for Mir. What are you doing with that, buddy? Yeah, just get rid of it. It's not worth it. You can tell it's late because I'm not laughing maniacally at this thing anymore. Yeah! Agate, you did wonderful. This was very much not the fight that I envisioned you doing well in, but you did anyway, and I gotta respect you for that. There's our next Pokemon. We're getting Espeon. Gotta have some tactical espionage. I'm going for the Night Slash, not even bothering to set up, because, yeah, you got that, don't you? Calm Mind is such a good move for it. It's such a shame that... Another thing that I've repeated many times, it's such a shame that TMs that were in Platinum's main story are just in the Battle Frontier in this one. I don't know, like, I really think Calm Mind really should have been the Sabrina reward, and then Trick Room could have been a Battle Frontier thing, because Trick Room makes loads of sense competitively. Absolutely. Like, there's Trick Room teams that you could use in the Battle Frontier, and that would be good. Like, I kind of feel like the Battle Frontier should have been more self-contained, where moves that are best in competitive are locked behind it, and that is the approach they ended up taking in later games, where the Battle Subways TMs are mostly just TMs that you would like in competitive, like Ally Switch or Wide Guard and stuff like that, and not things that you would use in single player. Ooh, look at that face. That's the last thing you see before you die. See you later, Silverhawk. You did good. You did good. You did really good. How about Nettle? Really, I think Nettle can do this. Ba-bam. Mr. Mime, not too fast. Mr. Mime is just one of those Pokemon that gets ignored because it's basically Diet Alakazam, but I don't know. I think it works kind of nicely. Like, it's definitely serviceable. I've never been one of those people that hated Mr. Is it an unpopular opinion that I kind of like clowns? Like, clown is such an insult nowadays, and like people like really hate clowns universally. Growing up, I freaking loved clowns. I thought Ronald McDonald was like the coolest. He came to my school and talked to me about the importance of recycling, and I thought that was cool. America's really freaking weird, if you didn't know. And then, gosh, I watched Bozo the Clown when I was like 3 and thought he was cool. God. Only 2 fights left. You keep your word. That's a good thing, kiddo. And then we're just gonna jump right into it. Where's your background light blue? Oh, because you're in Seafoam Island. It was a nice mix of fire and ice. I like that theming, and I briefly forgot it. Leader Blaine, you are going to lead with Torkoal. Torkoal is such a bad Pokemon. And I think the producers of the show knew it, because man, Ash's Torkoal was not good. I'm gonna rock polish once because you're slow as molasses and I could easily set up on you. Even if you go for the one move. Okay, good. Sunny day, sunny day. That's nice, that's nice. None of your Pokemon have chlorophyll, so I don't gotta worry about you outspeeding me now that I've buffed up. We're just gonna go for the sweep. I think if there's any fight that Agate could easily just one-shot and outspeed all 6 Pokemon, it's this one. What? What? You're doing what now? That's awkward. I'm gonna use my turn to X-attack to prevent that from happening again. You're going to heal, I'm going to sleep, and then I'll just heal the sleep off next turn. That's a good strategy. Duly noted that you can actually survive my Earthquake. I hope this isn't the sign of Agate. No, it's not the sign of Agate falling off. Agate's got a huge attack. Like, it's fine. It's just Torkoal has a lot of defense. I only get some use for these miserable status healers I've been sitting on the whole game. I got 15 cherry, no, not cherry berry. 15 chesto berries. I know it began with a CH and it was low in the order. I don't think that's a valid excuse. Who thinks of them that way? Overheat! Ha ha! Couldn't even do half. And now your special attack is way down. Now let's do this for real. I'm at +2 speed, +1 attack. 1, 2. Agate grows to level 58. 3, 4, 5, 6 earthquakes. You're done. You're done, my dude. So we've been a little underleveled here and there. They have the occasional Pokemon that's 60, maybe even a Pokemon that's 62. That's all about to change. That's all about to change big time. If I had known this dojo was gonna be available, I wouldn't have needed to rebuild my gym. Wait, I still did, didn't I? Such a doofus. I love him. I love the smart scientist who's also kind of a doofus. So good. This is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. I don't know if we're gonna beat him. Good. Thanks for coming to lose to me. Oh! Oh! He throws down the gauntlet. It's on! So, let's do our usual thing. Blue is going to open up the fight with Exeggutor, Grass Psychic type. It's level 67, and it's only his first Pokemon. Chlorophyll for its ability with the moves Leaf Storm, Psychic, Explosion, and Trick Room. I have chosen to open the fight with Teeny, just as I did last time. Gonna scout it out with our Fake Out, make you flinch, and you don't really take that much damage from it. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. Kerpow! Poink. It's quite effective. Don't know if it's gonna be quite a knockout. Yeah! Teeny, you're amazing. And if I'm right, and I am, I know who you're gonna go for if you saw that I had that on the field. Or is that how that works? No, I think he chooses afterward, right? You're probably gonna do something I don't like no matter who I choose, so let's go Silverhawk. That's the nice safe option. If I could choose what you chose, you would choose Machamp. Arcanine, should have seen that one coming. Arcanine is level 68, doesn't have Intimidate. Fire type, Flash Fire for its ability, with Flare Blitz, Thunderfang, Extreme Speed, and Crunch. You're doing a Thunderfang this turn, there is no question there. You can basically do nothing to Agate. Yeah, this is the play. You're basically just gonna be smashing your head against my rocks over and over again and hurting yourself in the process. That's what we like to see. I'm gonna go for the Rock Polish. I am not faster than you, because you're like 10 levels above me, by the way. This is the first of like 3 big difficulty spikes, by the way. Yeah, we're in for it. Going for the Rock Polish. Shing, 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 shing. I don't know if this is gonna be enough, but we're gonna try. Yeah! No. Oh my god. Did it just? You fool! Oh, you love to see it. Oh my god, but Champ is fighting type, level 69. He's single, folks. No guard for its ability, holding an iron ball with the moves Stone Edge, Dynamic Punch, Fling, there's your item reason, and Attract. I don't like your face. I'm just gonna do this. Just get the hell out of Dodge. There's no way I'm surviving a turn against this thing. It's gonna Dynamic Punch and it's not gonna miss. Or it's gonna do something else I don't want. Yeah, they're both down. It's nice to see Explosion actually coming into its own. I've been relying on it lately, and I gotta say, it's pretty nice. We're gonna go back into Silverhawk. I think that's probably the best bet with what you have remaining, because it's time for Rhyperior, ground rock type, level 70, solid rock for its ability, and it's got the moves Earthquake, Stone Edge, Thunderfang, and Mega Horn. I'm not too sure if it can really hurt me that much, honestly. Rhyperior's got a lot of attack, but I also have a lot of defense and a lot of health. And huh. Well, that's a thing, isn't it? The thing is, you have something to deal with all of my remaining Pokemon. It's a really freaking bad idea for me to set up with Nettle. Chosen, I think you're coming to the rescue once again. Now, the problem is if it goes for Earthquake and it outspeeds me. Okay, good. Or if it survives with Solid Rock, because that's also a possibility. You take 2.6 times damage thanks to Solid Rock instead of the usual ×4 weakness that you would have. And you're significantly higher level than me, and my special attack isn't that high, and I'm just talking about all the reasons that I'm not gonna KO you in spite of the fact that I actually do. I gotta believe in my Pokemon more. Tyranitar! He didn't have that in his team before. It is level 70, Rock Dark type, Sandstream for its ability, so we're in a Sandstorm now. Low Kick, Fire Fang, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. If I still had Silverhawk, that would be the natural choice to swap into, but I don't. I'm just gonna go in and hope for the best. That's not a same type move. We actually survived that pretty well when we fought the Tyranitar in the trainer house. The difference is that you're 9 levels above me, so let's see how much of a difference that really makes. 42. It's pretty good. We're doing well. Okay. Oh, that did like nothing! So if I heal this turn, I'm gonna be right back to 26 HP. I don't want to try PP stalling you because, let's be real, you're gonna crit one time at a time. Oh! This is so good! Oh, I love it! If you could just do that again, buddy. Do that one more time, please. Nah. I think he might have just handed me the win. I don't know if I had it before, but I'm pretty sure I do now. Alright, so now I gotta think about this. You have a super effective move on everything else that I could throw at you. I want to hit you hard. The thing is, Teeny is risky because... No, Teeny is not risky. Teeny, you were born to do this. Outspeed, Thunder Wave. That way Nettle can come in and hit it hard. The chip damage strategy with Teeny is risky because we don't want to hit it into healing range. So this is the much better play, I think. Alright, okay. I'd rather not lose Teeny just in case I'm wrong about something, so we're gonna go into Hopkins, I think. Yeah, actually, I want to go for Hopkins. It's male, special attacks are gonna hit it more than physical attacks are because of that Sandstorm defense buff. Let's try it. Rock Slide. Damn. Okay, and I'm immune to the Sandstorm, even better. Earth Power. All you gotta do, buddy, is do a quarter of its health. That's all you gotta do. We set it up so nicely for you. Yes! Oh, that feels good. But we haven't seen his toughest Pokemon yet. Okay, well, maybe we have. I don't think the level disadvantage is really going to make that big of a difference in this case. Pidgeot is level 72. You're unprepared for this. We'll knock you down. I am the rival. I send out the Pokemons that makes the peoples fall down. It's normal flying type, Tangled Feet for its ability. I think that means that if it's confused that it, like, does damage. Tangled Feet for its ability, holding a Citrus Berry, Double Team, Return, Air Slash, and Steel Wing. It's basically just here to stall you out in this sandstorm, coming in at the end of the fight and double teaming so that you wear yourself out against it and just can't outlast it in these conditions. Thankfully for me, I don't take damage, only it does, so that's kind of nice. If we are unable to hurt it, my plan is to just go into Teeny, zap it, and then, yeah, just whack it a whole bunch and hope that the sandstorm finishes it off if we don't. There's the Ice Beam, it's male, and at a 13 level disadvantage, we managed to avoid the healing range. One more hit, we win. Perhaps I'm the one who was unprepared? It's definitely reused dialogue. I've done that one recently enough that I know it for sure. Return is... wow, wow. Oh! This is why I don't like double team strats. I used to think they were really good and really overpowered, but they're really not. If you get really lucky, they're very unsportsmanlike, but they're not as good at preventing damage as you might think. Leader Blue is defeated, just as I expected. No wonder you become the champion. $11,000. My mom is gonna drink out of a jewel-encrusted golden goblet tonight. My scare tactic doesn't scare you at all. Oh, that's cool. That is lore. Oh, I love that. Hello. We're letting gym leaders do dojo while Karate King's away. Give them a call and rest of their arms. They will fight you again with these teams as often as you'd like, as long as it is the proper time of the week when you call them. Some of them can be called on, well, okay, no. They all can only be called morning, day, or night of a specific day. So it's not as forgiving as getting their numbers, but if you remember who's available on what days, you could come back here theoretically every day and train against at least someone. There is one gym leader there's at least one gym leader for every day of the week. I'm wanting to say Bugsy's the weird one where he's the only one on Thursdays or something like that. I remember that there was like something with Thursday that was not even with the other days, which is odd because you think there'd be at least 2 every day and then maybe 3 on a couple. Oh well. It is 11:12 at night. I didn't show the Lieutenant Surge thing. Okay, we're gonna end on that. Lieutenant Surge. Limp on over to the magnet train station where Lieutenant Surge awaits you. Oh, I never expected to see you at a place like this. What a coincidence. I can feel great electric power around the magnet train station. My nipples can feel the electricity. You had a Pikachu, didn't you? How about trading it for my French Pikachu? This is an in-game trade of note. He will trade you a yellow shard and a Pikachu attached to it. This French Pikachu will always have a jolly nature and a 31 speed IV. It also has a guaranteed 25 in special attack. In all other versions, this is an English Pikachu because he's the Lightning American. They had to make it something special for ours because, you know, we already all have American Pokemon. Foreign language Pokemons have certain advantages. Beyond just your standard boosted experience that you get from traded Pokemon in general, when a foreign language Pokemon is bred with a Pokemon from a different language than its own, for instance, your language from your game, you have increased odds of getting a shiny Pokemon out of the egg. Yeah, I'm so ecstatic. I'll see you around. Ecstatic! He's running for his life. So that's 3 in-game trades that you access from doing these rematches. 2 of them are pretty good. 1 of them, not so much. There's another great way that you could add a Pikachu to your team if you so wish. Personally, I think I'm just gonna... Don't bite me, bear. Ugh. I'm just gonna take this yellow shard and go get some Shard the Betty. It's 11:16 at night. My throat is worn out. Everyone else in my house has gone to bed. I am afraid that I am keeping them awake by continuing to do this. So we're going to stop there. For next time on Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we're headed back to the Indigo Plateau, because those have rematches too. And they're way tougher than Blue. See you guys then.